He was standing on the roof on Duncan Street facing the alley. Was he in plain view? Yes, sir. What were the lighting conditions? What were the lighting conditions where Mr. Plum was? Well, he was in the skylight. You could see him. You could see him? Uh-huh. Could you see what Mr. Plum was doing? He was standing on the roof and yelling down at the people down there and the police officers and everything down in the alley. All right. He was yelling at the police and everybody in the alley? Uh-huh. Let me ask you what he was saying. He was saying about stop shooting, he was coming down, or stop shooting, he was coming down. He wasn't doing nothing. He was just yelling, to stop shooting. He was coming down. What, if anything, did you observe in his hand? Nothing. Nothing? He had them open. You were indicating with your hands. Let me ask you this question. What position were his hands in? Up in the air. He was yelling, Up in the air? Yes, sir. As if a sign of surrender. Objection to counsel's remarks. Sustained. How high in the air was his hands? At his head and above. At his head and above. You are indicating with your hands that your arms are perpendicular with your body to the elbow, and then from the elbow to the hand, they are straight up and down, parallel with the body. Uh-huh. Both hands? Yes, sir. Now, did Mr. Plum say anything else besides stop shooting, I'm coming down, that you heard of? That's all I could hear, was the yelling, and there was everybody. Everybody was shooting. How far away were you? Right there on Lombard Street. I know that, but how many feet separated you from Mr. Plum is what I want to know. If you know, and if you can approximate a guess, how many feet would that be? About 40 feet, I would say. About 40 feet? I would say yes, sir. I am not, real good at judging feet, but now, after Mr. Plum made these statements, first of all, let me ask you this. Was Mr. Plum standing, kneeling, sitting? What position was he in? He was standing. He was standing? Uh-huh. And you said before that he was on the roof? Yes, sir. How close to the edge of the roof was he? Right at the edge. Right at the edge? Yes, sir. You said he asked the police to stop shooting. Did they in fact stop shooting? No, sir. The police officer standing down there beside me kept on shooting. He kept shooting? Yes, sir. How many times did the police officer next to you fire his pistol after Mr. Plum made these statements? I was kneeling down beside the car.